Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Emily.
And today, I would normally say we are continuing the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker, but funny thing. So, yesterday, we recorded a whole episode continuing on where we had left off, but as I'm sure many of you who use the Elgato to record as well have noticed that sometimes the footage can get corrupted.
Yeah.
So, normally when that happens, it's no big deal. We just, go back to another save file and start over from where we left off and just re-record it. However, two things came up. This game, number one, has no save files, as I'm sure you've noticed. Number two, as it turns out, this game has multiple endings.
Yes.
Where the killer is randomized. So
yes.
when I went back to go re-record it, because it's fairly easy to do, you would think. It's just us scrolling up questions, so all I would do is just sync up our recordings of ourselves with the questions. However, I noticed that the scenarios that I was running into were very different from the ones from our previous videos. So I would stop the game, restart it, and I kept running into the same scenarios over and over again, and none of them matched up with what we had done.
Yeah.
So I realized this is the literal definition of insanity. Which is quite poetic considering these games. So what we are going to do is we are just going to continue on, and if there's anything new, we're just going to go ahead and continue from where we left off. Something that we did notice in the last recording that I want to bring up here, this game has a keyboard function where you can type in a question to the patient. So maybe that's something that we can do as well. If there's something that we thought we missed, that's something that we thought we could ask other people as well in this game.
Yes.
So, next time you see us will probably be a jump cut ahead, so we will see you then. Oh, something that we didn't ask is if she sustained any injuries.
Dr. Dekker,
Because
Mariana?
yeah. Sorry, I'm flying through this because in my other playthroughs I noticed Mariana pretty much stays the same in Act 1. But yeah, we ask her if she remembers anything from her blackout, but we don't ask if she sustains any injuries. Do we want to ask her that?
Yes.
Let's type it in.
No, nothing like that. I usually wake up on my side like I've been sleeping. Sometimes I'm partially covered by seaweed.
Okay. I'm going to pick pretty much the same things that we said last time. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. I want to continue on. I want to try and continue on with our story.
Keep as minimal changes as we can to what we had done beforehand. Yeah.
Well,
all right. Tell me about Dekker.
I've known a lot of doctors over the years. Most of them arrogant idiots who think nurses are just there to do their bidding, or worse. Dr. Dekker was different. He had a lot of time for me. He was interested in my problems.
Did you like Dekker?
Dr. Dekker was a strange one. He wasn't what I expected, that's for sure. I had mixed feelings about him.
Also, since you mentioned that it's randomized
Yeah.
who killed him,
Mm-hmm.
we can't be wrong, technically.
That's true. That's very true. For the record, in our last playthrough, we were very certain that it was either Nathan or Mariana in the lost footage that you will never see. We were very certain that it was either Nathan or Mariana who killed him. But this is different, if you recall. This is a different response from Elin. How long have you been seeing Dekker?
I'd been seeing him for about 9 months, I think.
What mixed feelings did you have about Dr. Dekker?
Maybe it's natural to have mixed feelings about your therapist. I mean, you tell them all your secrets, and they have all this power over you. You've got to trust that they know what they're doing. I think Dr. Dekker knew what he was doing.
This is different. This doesn't sound familiar to you, correct?
Yeah, this seems different.
Good.
I
probably
thought
could've
she had
gone-
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
I thought she had a much more positive attitude towards Dekker the first
Yeah,
time
and
we did this.
yeah, the first time we played this, yes. Did Dr. Dekker have power over you?
Therapists have power over their patients' mental health, don't they? I mean, if you really wanted to, you could probably really mess me up. It's okay, Doctor. I trust you.
So soon
I know.
to trust him.
Did you trust Dr. Dekker?
Of course I trusted Dr. Dekker. He was my therapist. Why would I see a therapist I didn't trust?
But you have to build that over time. What do you know about Dr. Dekker's murder?
I think it's terrible what happened to him. So awful. No one deserves to die like that.
Okay, so that was Elin. Everyone else is pretty much the same, so the next time you see us, we will be probably moving into Act 2. Or whatever act next is different. So, jump cut right here.
She's dead. Thanks for bringing that up.
I wonder if Nathan's mother has anything to do with it. Like something, like maybe Elin watched her or something.
Oh, that's a good call. I bet Elin
I like
killed
Winter.
everyone's parents.
Especially now that the dialogue has changed here. We'll see what happens. Okay, now let's see, because the two things I noticed were differences in Mariana and Elin. There were either two scenarios that I kept running into. One was the change that we saw with Elin in Act 1. The other was everything stayed the same in Act 1, but Mariana's dialogue changed in Act 2. Consistently... In Act 2, she would be consistent in that she never drank alcohol. She drank water. She doesn't talk about cheap vodka shots. Nothing like that. Let's see. What can you tell me about Dekker?
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know? He said it was a breach of something or the other, but I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be.
I thought Mariana said she didn't drink.
Yeah, drinks. I think Dr. Dekker ordered neat whiskey. I had water. I don't drink.
Do you remember her saying that?
No, that's different.
Yeah. Why did you have drinks with Dekker?
I guess it was a couple of days before Valentine's Day. It wasn't a date or anything. I noticed in our sessions that he'd been acting a little strange. He just didn't seem right. I wanted to find out what was wrong.
That's different.
Yeah, because the other day, the other playthrough we did, she went out with Dekker on Valentine's Day because neither of them had any dates, rather.
Yeah. What were you doing on Valentine's?
I didn't have anything to do on Valentine's Day. I washed my hair and I walked along the beach for the whole night. It's actually true.
Okay, this is the same thing I saw. This is the other scenario that I saw, where everything in Act 1 was the same, but this is what I got in Act 2. So I'm kind of glad that we're seeing this as well. Are you seeing someone at the moment?
I'm not seeing anyone at the moment. Are you offering, Doctor?
No.
It sounded like an offer to me, Doctor.
Alright, were you really washing your hair? Because that's...
Which does not take very long.
Yeah, but I think this is a joke, just referring back to the scene from Back to the Future.
Yeah, well, I'm busy.
Yeah, doing what?
Washing my hair.
Were you really washing your hair?
Some girls say that they're washing their hair when they don't want to go out, but I was genuinely washing my hair. Do you think my hair is pretty, Doctor?
Why do you feel the need to ask if your hair is pretty?
I'm insecure, Doctor. Isn't it obvious?
Yes, your hair is pretty. No, your hair isn't pretty. Oh, she has pretty hair. Let's give her that.
Yeah, all right.
Yes, your hair is pretty.
It's such a mess. But thank you.
What else have your patients given you? I think what she asked, asking what she did on Valentine's might be different because Mariana didn't give her an alibi this time.
Right.
But let's go through the other questions real quick, and if they're the same, we'll just skip, and if they're not, we'll go straight into that.
Thank you, Doctor. That makes me feel much better. I shouldn't let what Terry says bother me so much.
Both she and Mariana do that same pouty lip thing when they're being like that. That's why I say they look childish.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't mean that as an insult, but I just know that's just something I've noticed. What were you doing on Valentine's night?
Actually, I had a hot date. It wasn't anything serious, just some guy I know. But it was a nice date. Different to what I'm used to.
Why was the date different?
It was very traditional, old-fashioned, you know. Dinner at a nice restaurant. Then we went for a little walk along the pier. Held hands, had a bit of a kiss. Then he called a cab and we went back to my place.
That's different. She went back alone in the last playthrough. What time did you get the cab?
I'm not sure what time Max left. We fooled around for a bit at my place, so early hours of the morning.
That's very different from the last time.
Yeah. She
Can you
wasn't
tell-
that interested in him the last time.
Yeah, she wasn't. Who was your date with?
His name is Max. He's really sweet, but I don't see a future between us. He's not really my type.
Tell me about Max.
I've known Max a couple of years, but this is the first time we've been on a date. I don't think he's boyfriend material.
Why did you fool around with Max if he wasn't your type?
What do you want me to say? It was Valentine's Day. Everyone deserves a little loving on Valentine's Day.
How was Dr. Dekker on Valentine's Day?
Dr. Dekker seemed fine on Valentine's Day. He seemed to be in a good mood. It didn't seem like anything was bothering him.
I was looking at something behind me. Yeah, we already asked that. Unless you want to type something out for that.
I can't think of anything to type out, honestly.
Yeah.
No, the coffin wasn't.
Other than maybe, what does the person behind me look like?
Okay, let's try that. Ooh, that I misspelled like. Misspelled like.
Possibly a
Okay,
relative of.
didn't do anything.
Yes, I suppose I've destroyed a few things whilst in the hour. You can be the perfect.
Oh, we can ask him what he's destroyed.
Yeah, good call.
Because he never answered that.
Or went into more detail about it.
Yes, I suppose I've destroyed a few things while.
Okay.
Your patient, Nathan, caused quite a stir. He interrupted one of the female students all night, apparently. Made her miscategorize some findings going on.
So should we ask Nathan about that?
Yeah, let's ask Nathan.
Hold on. First, I'm gonna get through Bryce because Bryce's dialogue hasn't changed. Neither has Nathan's. I've noticed.
I left Henley Church about...
Okay, nothing. Alright. This is Jasmine. Now, she's the one that, yeah, she's pretty easy to diagnose, but yeah, she's the one who said Bryce was quite the art critic, but Bryce said that he didn't really understand most of the paintings, but that's the only thing I found interesting.
I regretted that I mourned for Hannah so long. I regret the grief. I regret all the days I slept through because of it. Had I known she didn't love me anymore, things would have been different. I'm a bit angry now. If I had that day over again, I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
I want to ask him if he would kill Hannah. What do you think?
Yeah, go for it.
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore? And thanks for the dating advice, by the way.
Oh, that just triggered one of the other questions then. Okay.
He thought he saw a creature coming out of Dr. Dekker's mouth. Well, at least that's the reason he's given for not emptying the bins that night. Either way, it's not the kind of publicity that we need. Shiny, happy, sane people.
Do we want to ask what that creature looked like?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I remember that was a question we had when we started.
I don't know everything. I know most things, but not everything.
Okay, I guess so. We said yes, shifting was wrong.
Yeah, we did.
So you're saying I should let Hilda die without seeing her daughter one last time?
And we said no, don't let Hilda die alone.
Right.
Good, because I really feel this is something I have to do. Like it's my calling or something.
I get the feeling that in the next act it's not going to be the expected results, what she was expecting or hoping for.
No, I don't think so either.
But this is a new one. Did you talk to Dr. Dekker about Hilda? I don't believe we asked her that in the last one. Is that new? Let's see.
Dr. Dekker didn't know about Hilda. I don't think I mentioned her to him.
Yeah, that's new.
Yeah, you're right.
How do you say I'm not going to die soon?
As far as I know, it only works on people who are close to death. That's the whole point of it. I have to hold their hand, and they have to think of the person, and they have to be near death. And those seem to be the 3 criteria.
So I was thinking about that because I thought maybe her shifting had something to do with the murder, but I don't think that was a really convenient,
Yeah, but doesn't she also have to take their hand too?
Yeah. I want to change my answer for last time.
Okay.
I want to say maybe the dream means you're searching for something.
Okay.
I want to be specific.
I guess. I hate being in the same place for too long. Maybe I'm always searching for paradise or something. You're not thinking of doing home visits, are you, Doctor?
And I want to say no this time.
Yeah.
Because I think that Mariana is just getting this impression that we're, so obsessed with her like everyone else is, and I don't want to give her that impression anymore.
I don't know if we give her that impression. I think she just reads into things.
Yeah. The magic
she's
of
flirty.
play. Yeah, the magic of replaying and retrospect.
That's good. I'm not sure I can afford any more of your time.
And that's it. Oh, wait, wasn't there something else? Yes, we wanted to ask her what did he do during the home visits? What happened?
Oh, right, yeah.
called it aversion therapy. Whenever I felt the urge to go to the sea, he would do something unpleasant.
Do we want to follow up on that?
Yes, what did he do that was unpleasant?
I think it's certain words that trigger this, so I'm gonna probably, do exactly what you said.
I don't know what you'd call it, but it was unpleasant for me.
How was it unpleasant for you?
How was it unpleasant, or why was it unpleasant?
I'm so glad we found this mechanic.
I know! Or are we actually using it?
Yeah.
I don't know what you'd call it, but it was...
She said she doesn't know what we'd call it. I don't know. Should we keep pressing on this?
I'd try why was it unpleasant. And then if that doesn't work, we'll just leave it alone.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on.
Alright, that should be just asking, just looking, making sure I didn't forget anyone, and nothing else to follow up in our notes. Let's go to the next day.
You can stop looking at me like that. You've made me do this. And don't try and escape. You're all tied up. Now tell me the truth. Is this a dream?
Yes. Don't you think it's a dream, Selena?
Aww.
Yes, it's a dream?
Yes, it's a dream.
That's a good doctor. Yes, it's all a big dream. So let's get down to business. Do you believe that people can have kinetic powers?
Well, that's what we're seeing.
So I guess yes.
Yes.
And how do we treat people with kinetic powers? Do we encourage them or do we discourage them?
Well, everyone's been doing horrible things, I think, with their powers, so discouraging them, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Very good, Doctor. That's the right answer. Remember it, or there will be consequences. Now, since I'm here, let's have a little bit of fun. Shall we, Doctor?
What are you doing with those? What are you doing with those? Didn't you say you were suspicious about Jaya?
Yeah.
There's someone else in my hour.
I don't know, just the way she comes across
I removed
is
the
kind of
chains, dressed her.
It was Iris.
We could try
unsettling, I
shifting
suppose.
Would you like to see David,
Yeah.
Doctor?
Sorry.
We both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind.
I'm not broke.
It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are grateful if you could see your way to declaring me insane, or at least temporarily insane.
There was no flame. And then there was.
I'll kiss a guy,
I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
and then he just follows me
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
wherever I go.
You may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Morning, Doctor. You're looking a bit unwell. Are they getting you all wound up? Well, have a look at this. I found it in Dropbox. Apparently, Dr. Dekker lent Mariana some money. Sounds dodgy, doesn't it? I also got the toxicology report back from Officer Yates, and shocker, Dr. Dekker had... Sorry, you just have to read it. I should have spoiler alert tattooed on my forehead. And can we not do the grief counselling thing today? I'm all sorts of behind on work and I'm getting more stressed out watching it all pile up. If you need anything though, I'm here.
At this point, sorry, let's take a look at the loan agreement. Loan agreement.
Loan agreement.
£15,000, arrangement fee £1, interest amount 0%. So this is a very generous loan.
For 3 years, too.
Yeah, for 3 years to pay it off. That is quite generous.
Yes.
By signing this agreement, the borrower agrees to accept the sum of the loan amount and to repay the loan amount in full within the terms stated. The sum of the loan will be transferred by the lender into an account designated by the borrower within 14 days of signing this agreement. If it is agreed that the loan shall attract no interest and in lieu of accruing interest, the lender has agreed to the payment of the arrangement fee which is due before transfer of the loan amount. The lender also agrees to consider the loan repaid in full should they die or become subject to any power of attorney agreement as long as this event occurs within the term of the agreement.
So Mariana has a motive.
Yes, she does. Toxicology. Ethanol. What is ethanol?
That is alcohol.
Oh, it's just plain alcohol? Just like drinking alcohol, or?
Yeah, I think ethanol is the alcohol in like wine and liquor.
Okay. Because I'm like, if it's like chloroform or something, I don't know. Alright,
Acetone,
so...
that's what you use on your nails.
Okay. Benzodiazepines. Benzodiazepines.
Don't ask me.
Temazepam.
Don't ask me how I know what that is.
But yeah, he had temazepam.
Which, at least Nathan was
Yeah, at least Nathan.
prescribed.
Perhaps I should avoid it until later. So at this point, who do you think is the most likely suspect? That's because I realized there could be more than one person.
I think Jaya.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think Jaya?
Because it seems like Dekker was somehow encouraging people to bring out their kinetic powers. And Jaya apparently doesn't like that.
She did say checks and balances, helping versus hindering. And him encouraging that, she probably views that as hindering, clearly, according to the dream.
Right.
So that's possible.
As far as everyone else, I don't know, because Nathan, I feel like he could, but I don't know if he did. Mariana,
Yeah.
I feel is too obvious, and so is Claire.
I don't think Claire did it at all.
Yeah.
And I don't think Bryce did it either. I think Bryce is a weirdo, but I don't think he's a murderer.
Yeah.
I think Mariana definitely has a motive, but yeah, with this evidence and the stuff in place that's being shoved into our faces about
Her and Dekker.
Her and Dekker. I kind of think Nathan, just because he wants to go out with Mariana. And he's feeling angry about Hannah. He blames Dekker for the curse that he has. He doesn't see it as a blessing. He's the only one, well, we don't know what Mariana's power is, but he is the only one, well, I guess he and Mariana are the only two that don't like what they have.
Right.
That's why I think Nathan is a suspect as well.
Okay.
All right, do we want to start with Mariana, or do we want to go with Nathan?
Let's just start with Nathan again.
Yeah. How are you today?
I'm feeling good. I ran into one of your other patients, Mariana. She's beautiful. I think we might go on a date.
Nope.
Don't do it, Nathan!
She's gonna drown you. She's gonna take you to that ocean. You're gonna never be heard from again. Have a look at the toxicology report.
Temazepam is the same sleeping pill Dr. Dekker prescribed me. Why would he mix those with alcohol? People are such idiots. Which reminds me, that truck driver died.
Which truck driver?
The one who...
Hit Hannah. Killed Hannah. Well, was in the accident.
The truck driver that ran into Hannah.
Because I forget.
He's divorced, apparently. He killed himself. He mixed sleeping pills with alcohol too. But he died in his garage.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
How did the accident happen again?
Nathan pulled out in front, and the guy hit them.
Oh, okay.
How did he die in his garage?
Thank you.
Sorry, he says garage, and I'm like...
I read it in the paper.
You need to be American.
He'd been drinking. Then he took the sleeping pills. Then he went into his garage and put the hose pipe through his window. Not until he put his daughter in the seat first.
His daughter? Did the truck driver's daughter die as well?
It's one of those newspaper stories you read and you hope it says he leaves behind his wife and 7-year-old daughter. But his daughter was in the car. Do you know I wrote him a letter?
Tell me about the letter. Sorry, I want to continue this strain of conversation that we have right now. Tell me about the letter.
Dr. Dekker told me one of the ways to get through my grief would be to write a letter to the truck driver. I tried to forgive him. I know it was my fault. But the thing that made me feel best was blaming him. I think maybe he killed himself because of me. Do you think I'm to blame, Doctor?
See, that's another reason why I think Nathan did it. What made me feel best was blaming him.
But the
You know what I
driver
mean?
killed the daughter, too.
Yeah, sorry, I'm talking specifically about why I think Nathan killed Dekker.
Oh, okay.
He said what made me feel best was blaming him. The only thing that's keeping it from being Nathan is because his dialogue tree and his action... Again, this is all retrospect that we have because we had to replay this. Nathan's story has remained consistent in both of these playthroughs that we've had. That's the only thing that's holding me back. But no, he's not to blame.
No, especially if the guy killed his daughter too, I don't think that's Nathan's fault.
Yeah,
Like,
it
there's
had
something else going on there.
Yeah, it had more to do with it. There was more to it than just Nathan and Hannah.
Right, or the guilt.
Yeah. No, you're not to blame.
His daughter's picture was in the paper. Molly.
Tell me about Molly.
Ever since I saw a picture in the paper, I've started thinking I could see her. Out of the corner of my eye. Like she's watching me. Crazy, right?
That's the girl from the beginning. Who said, my daddy wants to kill me.
Oh my gosh! You're absolutely right. Is this what Bryce saw? Because Bryce said she doesn't say much, she just stands behind you. Maybe she's a former patient.
Or, okay.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Okay. What do you know about Dekker's drinking habits?
Alcohol isn't something I usually notice on people until they're slurring and weaving around. Was Dr. Dekker an alcoholic? Probably. I never saw him drink, though.
Still need to ask you about Dekker.
What are you trying to do most? Cure his patients or find out who killed him?
I was gonna say something horribly mean.
What?
Most of these people are just getting on my nerves now.
Well,
maybe that's just because I had to replay this game so many times and we're still not back on track, so I'm you know. I want to find out who... I want to solve this mystery.
Yeah.
I want to find out who killed him, and why.
Well, at least you're being honest. Do you know that Dr. Dekker thought one of his patients was trying to kill him?
Ooh, which patient? Which one? Why did Dr. Dekker think a patient was trying to kill him?
He told me in one of our sessions, which was later rewound, that someone had been leaving him messages on his prescription pad. Not good messages.
What sort of messages were on the prescription pad?
He didn't tell me anything specifically. Just death threats. It was one of his many rants. I just sat there quietly, hoping he wasn't going to try and hypnotize me again. I asked him if it was a boy or a girl's handwriting. He said he knew who it was, and that they'd be in trouble. I think he was bluffing.
Do you think Dekker suspected Nathan of doing it?
Yeah, because why would he bring that up to Nathan?
Yeah,
And he wanted, because he hypnotized Nathan because he wanted him to forget, right?
Yeah, he wanted Nathan to forget the flame. And yeah, why would he be bluffing? Unless he was trying to, antagonize Nathan. And they'd be in trouble. That implies Dekker's going to be direct with this person.
Right, yeah.
And who was he direct with? The two people who saw him that day, one was Claire. Who was the other one that saw him that day?
Mariana?
Yes, Mariana had drinks with him. He tried to call Nathan. I think it was Elin and Claire.
Yeah, Elin had an appointment that morning.
Yes, Elin and Claire are the two that had appointments. He went out for drinks with Mariana and he tried to call Nathan. So Mariana and Nathan, I would say, are the most direct people that he was trying to confront that day, if that makes sense.
Yes, but that leaves out Bryce.
Yes, it does.
So the difference
Well, Jasmine backed up Bryce's alibi. So I don't think Bryce did it. Let's talk about Mariana.
I can't really explain it, but she seems like such a friendly person. I think the police are barking up the wrong tree.
What have the police got to do with her?
I think I've probably said too much. It's probably not the same girl anyway.
He's probably read the reports about her washing up naked on the beach.
Or they've talked to each other already.
Yeah. I can stop you reliving days.
Please do. I wish I could believe you.
I think if he did believe us, then he would stop and he'd be cured. Because that's what Dekker said to him, but... Alright. Tell me about your referral.
My solicitors assured me that I wouldn't have to discuss anything about my trial with you, so I'm not going to. Concentrate on my state of mind, and let me worry about other things.
What trial?
What trial? Do we want to ask him?
Yes. Maybe he murdered Hannah.
Maybe it was on purpose? Like he already read her diary and he did it on purpose?
I don't know. I'm a broken record. I'm definitely a broken something.
Okay, that didn't do anything. Alright. Mariana, hold on, what did my notes? Okay, yeah, that's still the dream. Do you take temazepam?
What's temazepam? Why are you asking?
Temazepam was found in Dekker's blood.
I don't take sleeping pills. Never have done. When you suffer blackouts already, you don't really get offered anything like that.
Okay. How are you today?
I feel thirsty, Doctor. And hot. Do you have any water?
Why do you feel thirsty and hot?
I've been drinking a lot of water recently. I didn't go to the beach. I didn't go to the sea. I said I would, but I didn't. I've been feeling this way for a while. It's like it's getting worse because I didn't go to the sea. It's like I'm having...
Do you want to say having what? Like, text it?
Yeah, try that.
Ask me something else.
Okay then. How are you getting worse?
I don't feel well. I feel sick most of the time, dizzy, thirsty. I got a head fog like you wouldn't believe. My doctor, Dr. Rose, sent me for blood tests.
What are the blood tests for?
Dr. Rose thinks maybe I have
And
a
did Dr.
vitamin
Rose
deficiency.
refer her?
I can tell she has no idea. She smiles, but she hasn't got any answers. I think I probably need to go back to the beach. The sea, Doctor. It's calling me.
Shadow over Innsmouth.
Don't you dare speak the name of that anti-immigrant game you made me play!
The anti-immigrant game was Dark Corners of the Earth. Shadow over Innsmouth was the book. All right. The sea is calling you.
This sounds crazy, but I can hear the sea. It's like an alarm going off in my head. Do you know where the sea is? From here? It's over there. Wherever I am, I know exactly where the sea is. It's like a compass.
Also, you mentioned the referral letters.
Yeah.
Dekker was looking for a pattern in the referral letters too. So I feel like we have to look into that as well.
Yeah, so should we, Ooh! Ask her if Dr. Rose referred her. Maybe Dr. Rose referred everybody else.
I'm gonna say who referred you.
It's a referral letter, Doctor. Don't overthink it. A girl can't be too careful with everything that's been going on.
What's been going on?
Talk about the beach a lot.
I have this recurring dream. I'm at the beach. I strip and walk into the sea. The sea feels warm and comforting. Not cold and harsh like you'd think. I swim down to the bottom of the ocean. I can breathe freely. I can breathe water. On the ocean floor ahead of me, there's a beautiful creature. A glowing being with wispy limbs. It's so warm. I'm transfixed. But my feet shift. I'm unsteady. Below me, the floor is woven in human flesh. Dead bodies, but some of them still struggling for life. These are the ones touching me, gripping my feet. I scream. That's when I wake up. Do you have that dream, Doctor?
Dead bodies.
Those are the people that she's killed.
Yep. She has brought them to Cthulhu to feast upon.
Cthulhu doesn't eat people, as far as I'm aware. He gets in your head, but I don't think he's. I haven't read a story where he actually eats a human.
Yeah, but
Before I
what
get-
does he do exactly?
Cthulhu is one of the great old ones, I think. There are two different things. There's like the great old ones, and then there are the gods. So, like, Yog-Sothoth is like one of those divine gods, is like an actual god, and then Cthulhu. Yeah, I think Cthulhu is just a great old one, which is like a lesser deity. But yeah, it's so Lovecraft is like when people say Lovecraftian, they're referring to something that's like cosmic horror or horror of the unknown. So that's part of the appeal. It's difficult to say what exactly Cthulhu does. At least for me, maybe someone who's more brushed up can say so. But
Yeah, because I've never gotten it. We've done so much Lovecraft and I don't get it.
yeah. Before I get to the dream, I'm going to ask these Dekker questions first. Unless you want to continue on with the dream.
Just go with Dekker, it's fine.
Was Dekker an alcoholic?
I've seen Dr. Dekker drink, but not that much. Certainly not during our sessions. He had other things on his mind, I'm sure.
Alarm? When did we talk about an alarm? When did we talk about an alarm?
I don't know.
Okay, what does the alarm sound like?
I hear a sound like singing, calling me. It gets stronger when I face it, when I move towards it. That's how I know where the sea is. But when I don't go to the sea, I feel like the sound gets louder all the time. I'm having trouble sleeping. Perhaps I need sleeping tablets after all.
Did Dekker loan you money?
He lent me some money to start my business. It was a proper agreement. I remember signing things. He thought that a distraction would do me good. I don't think he expected me to trawl the beach for treasure and sell it online.
And we've already looked at the contract, so we're way ahead of you. What did you need distraction from?
Dr. Dekker thought I had too much time on my hands, so a distraction would do me good. He lent me $15,000, all in all.
Has anyone else followed you?
Do you forget anything from our sessions, Doctor? People follow me to the beach. I don't know who they are, and I don't know what happens to them. I don't always get followed, though, so it doesn't explain my blackouts.
What happens to the people who follow Mariana? She says they vanish, but what happens to your followers?
I said I don't know what happens to them. It's not always to the beach. Sometimes they follow me home.
Where is home for you?
My home is in Chantry. You know that. You rang my doorbell last night.
Why would I come to your house?
I don't know.
We did ask Jaya for her address.
I didn't kiss you, but you just followed me, like the others. I don't feel comfortable here, Doctor. I'd like to leave.
Did she put that stupid freaky deaky spell on us? What's the glowing being?
It's a dream, Doctor. Stranger things happen in dreams.
Yes, I have that dream, or no, I don't have that dream.
Let's say yes.
Yeah, because I guess normalizing it for her. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know why I think that would help, but
I don't
that's
know.
just the
I don't
first
know. Let's
thing
just
that
say
came to
yes.
mind. Yes, I have that dream.
I think you're mocking me. I'd like to leave.
That didn't work out. You know I never rang your doorbell.
If you say so, it must have been your twin then.
My twin? You say?
If I have a twin. Do you have a twin, Doctor?
Well, as a matter of fact.
Well, yes. Not sure you noticed, however.
Yes, it must be my twin.
You're teasing me, Doctor. But it was you. I saw you.
Oh, don't you want to say hello? Okay.
She peed on me because I had to take her to the vet the other day.
Oh. Yeah, Ozzy's just been needy.
Yeah.
He's always needy.
Have you been dancing recently?
No. There's been no dancing. I haven't been feeling that well, Doctor.
Oh, she slipped. I think you're right about her accent. When she said dancing. It sounded like dancing.
She's turning into you, Amanda. An American with a fake British accent, like Madonna.
I don't have a fake British accent. I can stop you having blackouts.
You said it with such a serious look on your face, I almost believed you. It would be good if you had some kind of superpower that helped me. But I don't think so.
Why are you coming to therapy then?
But I wonder why every single person is being told so far, I can stop this for you. Instead of, I can't cure you.
I can stop this or I can cure you?
No, I said, I wonder why every single person is being told, I can stop this, instead of giving the option between, I can stop this or I can cure that for you.
Yeah, because why else would you go to therapy?
Or I can't cure that for you.
Yeah. I don't know. Has Nathan spoken to you?
He's the cute, sad-looking one, isn't he? He asked me out, and I said I'd let him know. Do you think I should go out with him?
No, you're
Nope.
going to drown him.
Nope.
You're going to drown him. No. No. Oh. If they do go out, Nathan has repeat days.
Oh, wait.
He can follow her to the beach.
But then he can only move forward if something tragic happens.
Yeah.
Okay, go out with Nathan.
Yeah, this could be an opportunity for us. Selfish opportunity, but you know what? We are exploiting.
We are here to find out who murdered Dr. Dekker, not to cure his patients.
Exploiting these vulnerable people for our own gain.
One of them's a killer.
Yep. Yes, go out with Nathan.
Okay, but if he goes missing, don't go looking at me.
That's not ominous at all. Alright, do we want to talk to Jaya or someone else?
Let's go talk to Jaya.
Alright. Oh, was there something in our notes to say?
Oh, ask Jaya about the dream.
Sorry, I can't answer that.
Okay. How are you today?
I don't want to talk about grief today. I'm getting enough grief from work.
Why is work giving you grief?
I don't know if you know, but Professor Alderby used to be my professor. He teaches history and psychology, amongst other things. I know it's not technically work, but he asked if I would allow him to have the video footage of his sessions with Dr. Dekker. Dr. Dekker wanted to be removed from all of the videos, so it's jump cut up to jump cut, but I'm sure you've already noticed that.
What video footage?
I didn't think you'd mind, since it wasn't your case anyway. Mostly it's the professor talking about how he viewed reality back then, in so much as he thought it was changeable. There's nothing else to do but watch while things are encoding.
How is reality changeable? Well, that's the psychokinesis one that she was talking about.
Psychokinetics, remember? Cult of the Kinetic Mind? Professor Alderby said it was recommended reading to help psychiatrists in their frontline battle with insanity, he likes to call it.
Can you battle with insanity?
Professor Alderby saw the relationship between psychiatrist and patient as a winnable battle. The patient must be cured by removing their psychokinetic ability, if present, either by telling them it doesn't exist or by using another psychokinetic ability to negate it. It's a long time ago, I can't remember all of it. There was a specific example.
What specific
So
example?
wait. So the cult wants people to be cured.
His theory is that there is a cult, but Alderby believes that a psychiatrist can remove that insanity. I guess Alderby's belief is that insane people, quote, 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 are psychokinetic, so the cure, quote, 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 is to remove the psychokinetic ability or negate it.
Okay.
I don't think this has to do with, like, the cult, but I don't know.
Well, clearly it does, Amanda.
Well, I don't know if that specific line of thought has to do with the cult, but... What specific example?
If someone tells you they can fly, you tell them you control air currents and that from now on they won't be allowed to use them. This would normally stimulate the brain in such a way that the patient stopped thinking they could fly. The main danger as the therapist is believing that you can control air currents.
So why didn't they do that for Tom? Why didn't they do that for Tom? If that was the exact example that Alderby gave.
I don't know.
Does psychokinesis really pose any danger to therapists?
The danger of pretending you have psychokinetic abilities is that you may start believing you have them and then have them. It's the paradox of the cure. Dr. Dekker loved paradoxes. His favorite was the grandfather paradox.
Wait, so did
Mm-hmm.
did Dekker believe in the cult and psychokinesis?
I guess the theory is that he didn't at first, then he saw Alderby, and then he did.
Can we ask her?
Well, she said that they both read the book. Thank you for having this as a shortcut.
I don't know about that.
Okay. What is the grandfather paradox?
If you can travel back in time and kill your grandfather, then you cannot be born. But if you cannot be born, then you cannot kill your grandfather. It's a time traveler's chicken and egg, if you will.
That's why you need to bring in the physicist with the multiple universe theory. Do you take sleeping pills?
I don't take sleeping tablets, never have. I'm not allowed to prescribe either. Dr. Dekker had me try to forge his signature once, but I was woeful.
Forge his signature. Let's ask about that. Hold on, is there okay, yeah, no, there's no question. How do we put this?
Why did he want you to forge his signature?
Yeah, because I was wondering if we could ask who was the prescription for.
I mean, that might be shorter. Who was the prescription for?
I don't know.
The toxicology report mentions ethanol.
Some people would say Dr. Dekker had a bit of a drinking problem. It got worse and then it got better when his confidence turned up. I think it was the stress of dealing with the new patients. I like the odd tipple.
Nathan said he never saw him drink, and Mariana said that, she knew that he drank, but not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What's an odd tipple?
I've been known to drink, not as much at the moment, not as much as Dr. Dekker did. He kept at least one bottle in his desk drawer at all times. You can't imagine the amount of times I wanted to sneak in and have some.
Jaya said Dr. Dekker kept a bottle in his desk drawer. Could someone have spiked it? Could someone have spiked Dr. Dekker's bottle?
I suppose it's possible that somebody spiked his drink. Most people probably knew he had a bottle in his desk. Wouldn't have been that hard to empty out some capsules into it. Maybe the police should get fingerprints?
Yes!
Yeah, go talk to your special friend.
Why wasn't that done before? Yes, test for fingerprints.
I'll
Yes,
go
but
and
if
suggest
they
it.
knew that there was ethanol
Make sure
in
nobody
his
touches
system.
the bottle in the meantime.
Why did Dr. Dekker want to be removed from the videos?
I have no idea. Maybe he was an undercover secret agent. Maybe he was getting more annoying as time progressed. You're not, though. You're lovely. Is this a good time to ask for a raise?
A raise?
How was Dekker getting annoying?
Yeah.
Wow. I was kidding, but thank you, Doctor. I'll take that as a yes. And don't worry, I'll sort it all out.
You know what? I do like Jaya. I do think she's funny. That doesn't mean I don't think she's a suspect, because it's possible, but, I do think that she's amusing. Did Dr. Dekker have any psychokinetic abilities?
Dr. Dekker definitely dabbled in that stuff. I'm not sure to what extent.
How well do you know Professor Alderby?
I like Professor Alderby. He turned me onto that book I've been raving about.
What book? What, do you live under a rock? It's the one that she's been talking about, for the past 3 days. In this game's timeline, not in our timeline. What book have you been reading about?
The Cult of the Kinetic Mind. I should start selling them myself.
Did Dekker ever say anything else about his mum?
Dr. Dekker told me he was adopted. His birth mother only turned up 5 years ago because she wanted money for her experimental cancer treatment. I'm not sure how much it cost or even if he had the money, but he didn't do it, and she became one mean mother.
Hilda.
Yeah, I think you're right. Wait, who wanted to see the daughter in Australia?
Hilda.
Okay, so just because she has a daughter in Australia doesn't mean she's...
Can't have other children.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what Elend's going to find out tonight.
Oh, maybe she's going to turn into Dekker.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be funny. Are you?
It's not funny, but
that'll be a surprise. Are you feeling stressed? Oh, sorry. On that note, why would Elend never mention Hilda to Dekker in that case? Anyway, are you feeling stressed?
There's a lot of stress in here. We're dealing with people's lives. How do you relax, Doctor?
Jaya asked how I relax. I relax with food. Maybe alcohol also relaxes me. What else?
Food, glorious
Yes,
food.
I listen to music, or we play video games.
No, don't tell him you eat.
Tell her you eat, okay.
Yeah.
I love food.
That's the truth.
It will be my downfall. Stress eating is the worst.
I relax by listening to music. Let's just tell her everything.
I bet you like dance music. I don't know why.
Psychiatrist in the club getting down to EDM with Mariana.
I relax playing games like this one, which needlessly caused us stress, actually. It's all in good fun, isn't it?
Yes.
I love video games. I just wish they'd make ones with stronger female protagonists. Sorry, I'd settle for any female protagonists.
Metroid?
Metroid, yeah. Or like any RPG. Actually, since we were talking about...
Portal.
Portal, yes. Portal has a strong female character and
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us, yes. Actually, while we're talking about like Lovecraftian inspired stuff, the very first survival horror game, before the term was coined, survival horror, was a game called Alone in the Dark.
Oh,
and
Resident Evil.
Well, yeah, but this came before Resident Evil, Alone in the Dark. Yeah, it was called Alone in the Dark, and it was inspired by Lovecraft. And it was also one of the first where you could choose if you wanted to play as a man or a woman.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just thinking about that. Sorry, I saw a review for it that was done by a woman, and every other review that I had read or seen that were videos, they were all done by men, so I thought it was only one male protagonist. And yeah, later on in the series, the male protagonist is the one who becomes the hero, but yeah, in the first game, you can pick either a man or a woman.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Just a little tidbit for you there. I relax playing sport.
Mariana thought I played hockey. Whatever that's supposed to mean.
Was that supposed to be a dig at her?
Maybe? Like, are you dumb and butch?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how we consider Alex Ovechkin. Who plays for the Washington Capitals, if you don't know who that is. But so he has a wax figure of Madame Tussauds here in DC.
Yeah.
And like, if you see it, he looks like a literal Neanderthal.
Oh.
Like, it's horrifying. It's like his character, it's his figure, he's like bent over with his hockey puck or hockey stick, and he's smiling, and it's like he's missing some teeth.
Oh no.
One of my coworkers who likes hockey, she was like, Ovechkin doesn't know what the hell is going on around him. He's just like, I hit the puck, it go to goal. Anyway,
That's so mean.
That's enough of me bullying of somebody who makes a lot more money than I do.
Well, we've gone through, and honestly, there were not that many changes, so I'm very curious what the different outcomes would be. I was actually very surprised. I mean, it's noticeable that there were differences, obviously, especially with Mariana and that extra question with Hilda. Mm-hmm. I don't know right now what impact that will have, but we can probably talk about that as we progress.
Yeah, but what do you guys think so far? What do you think about the changes? Do you think they will be significant further down the line? Let us know in the comment section down below. Smash that like button if you like this video, and please hit subscribe if you have not subscribed already. And for right now, I'm Emily.
And I'm Amanda.
We're Amadem, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Bye!